Hi class, my name is Miss Rogers, and we just got done making our nail polish art. And we didn't do it like a normal nail polish art, we did it with a canvas. And this is something that you could easily do with a high school class, but since I didn't have the tools to do an actual polish or to do an actual painting, we decided to do it with nail art. Some of the tools that I used were various different types of paint, as we use yellow for the sun, and we diluted it with just a little bit of a coral orange. When we got to our skies, we used a brush to move and twist and create just a little bit of movement and texture through the piece. When it came to our flowers, we used little tools to help us, like toothpicks and ends. But the most important part was getting that center dot, because if you know, nail polish is very hard to make a perfect circle, and it's very hard to make a tiny circle. So you could use a toothpick end, but it gets bigger towards the middle, and that's a risk of dropping too much paint. So we learned how to use a paper clip and just to dot it on top. Not to swirl, because swirling makes it mix. Just a dot. We also used fine, thin brushes to blend things out, and other fine, thin brushes with a edge to make detailed art of stems as well as grass. It's a little hard to see from far away since it is such a small canvas, but there is small details and small curves of the grass. We used a pencil to determine where it was going to begin getting darkest and where a vanishing point would be. We did talk about a vanishing point, however, since we were doing a mountain landscape looking over the hill, we decided that our vanishing point was not going to be needed, since we were not going to be doing a hill behind it or a house beside it. We used a white back base coat, and we used a dark blue and mixed it with white to create a light blue. This is something that we're familiar with when using normal paints. One thing that I did change though was I did different types of flowers, different petals. I didn't go with a normal petal. We ended up doing zinnias and tulips or roses, whatever your mind would like to think. And we made those details even more secure with our detailed brush. I will now show you the different types of paints that we used, as well as the different types of brushes. So some of the different paints that we ended up using were all different colors and texture. Some of them were unsaturated colors, where others were very saturated. Some of them are from the same company, and many of them are not. We made sure to make multiple coats where the areas needed to be darkest, and to use the least amount of coats where it should be the lightest. We ended up using a toothbrush to blend our sky out and to take away any unwanted dust particles, or just to clean up our area. We used a blush brush. We used a cream shadow to help make some defined lines so the different colors didn't blend together, because we didn't want a green sun. We cleaned our brushes off using cotton rounds with just a little bit of acetone. And we did this all on a pre-stretched canvas. Thank you for joining us on Nail Art for Art.